Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Holton, and I am a senior at John Carroll and a member of the John Carroll Conservatives. Thank you, first of all, to the John Carroll Conservatives, the university, and everyone who has gathered together to remember the 2,977 innocent souls that perished 10 years ago today. Regardless of religion, race, or politics, we have come together to stand united as Americans, to never forget the evil that shook us to our core on September 11th, 2001. More importantly, we stand here to remember the victims, those who stood up against the terrorists to prevent a plane from heading to Washington, those who ran into the burning towers instead of running out of them. Their heroic actions were the epitome of the American spirit and a symbol that personifies grace under pressure. Here to perform Amazing Grace are Elliot Weishner, Brian Bayer, and Andrew Ettinger of Rhapsody Blue.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed.
Good afternoon. 2,977. That is the total number of citizens who passed away in the attacks on September 11th. However, this is not the total number of people who were affected on that day. Now, it's safe to say that everyone's lives changed that morning, but there's a certain group of people who were affected in a way that most of us can't even imagine. These individuals are the children of the victims. The children of firefighters, police officers, or workers catching the flight home from a business trip. The Twin Towers Orphan Fund is an organization that is dedicated to helping these children so they will not have to suffer any more than they already have. The mission of the Twin Towers Orphan Fund is to help mitigate the damage caused by the terrorist acts of September 11th by ensuring the children of victims will have as normal a life as possible. To do so, the Twin Towers Orphan Fund provides long-term higher educational assistance and helps meet mental and physical health care needs for the children who lost a parent in the World Trade Center, at the Pentagon, or on board the 4 downed airliners. The Twin Towers Orphan Fund will also provide for the children of victims of future terrorist attacks. The Twin Towers Orphan Fund is an extremely noble and worthy cause, and it is something we can all relate to. When the attacks happened, myself and fellow John Carroll students were no older than grade schoolers, and a lot of these people who are helped by the fund are our age right now. Being college students, we all know how fortunate we are to have the opportunities that we do. And the people who are helped by the Twin Towers Orphan Fund have suffered enough, and for these kids to lose any more would be devastating. Some of these children were never able to meet one or both of their parents. And by providing them with the means to go to college is one way to help them have the same opportunities and advantages they should have had if their parents were not murdered. So if you feel like making a donation to the cause, we have a table set up in the back, and feel free to give as much as you care to.
Thank you you all again today for coming out and helping us.
And our John Carroll community to remember the American heroes that have given their lives to keep us safe in the terrorist attacks of 9/11. Today reminds us how lucky we are to be Americans. The heroic acts of DeMartini help us to remember that there's more good than evil in this world. We stand strong together when we are up, and we rely on our neighbors to get us back on our feet when we are down. The United States of America is the greatest country in the world because we have the greatest community of people in the world. We have come back from these attacks stronger, more patriotic, and as one nation under God. And with that being said, will you please join us in singing God Bless America, led by Rhapsody Blue.
I'd like to thank you again for coming out tonight. If anyone is interested in sharing their stories amongst us as we leave, or if you want to reflect on these flags before you go, feel free to do so.